Coming up this week on Wildcat Fastbreak, 4 for 4. It's a perfect week for Northwestern with a pair of wins by both the men and women's teams. We'll show you all the highlights. Plus, Maggie Lyon joins us to talk about a 7-game winning streak and getting ready for the postseason. All that and more this week on Wildcat Fastbreak. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wildcat Fastbreak, your weekly home for everything Northwestern basketball. Alongside the head coach of Northwestern men's basketball, Chris Collins, I'm Dave Ennett. The Wildcat men extended their winning streak to 3 with a win over Penn State Saturday afternoon. Coach, what's the reason that your team's been able to put together 3 straight victories here?
Well, it's been a great 3 games for us. We won that hard-fought close game against Iowa, which I thought gave us a lot of confidence. We've kind of switched up our defense, playing a lot of zone now, and the guys are just playing with a lot of energy and fight, and it's fun to see these team wins because we need everybody to get it done, and everyone's really contributing.
Boy, and these were both great examples of team wins. Let's take a look back at the highlights, starting with Wednesday night in Minneapolis. The Wildcats and the Gophers at Williams Arena, the old barn, early on, 3-pointers falling. Scotty Lindsey from the corner, then Bryant McIntosh, 3 more. This was just the start. You were just getting warmed up
Yeah,
here.
we shot the ball great in this game. I thought we really shared it. Our spacing was good. And out here you see Trey got the steal. We were able to get a layup, but 15 threes in the game was a huge output for our team. That
layup made it 11-10, then Demps to Lindsey, and the Wildcats extend their lead. Then off a miss by Demps, watch Gavin Skelly be in the right place for the putback.
Yeah, our freshman gave us 39 points in this game, the 4 that were out there, which was great production, especially on the road.
Tied 36 all at halftime. Now, Vic Law only took 1 shot in the first half. Speaking of your freshman, a very different story after the break. He comes in, hits 3 straight 3-pointers. This turns what had been a 4-point deficit into a 5-point Wildcat lead.
These 3 threes were huge. We were, Minnesota hit us with an early spurt to start the second half, and these 3 threes got us the lead back, and really we never looked back after this little spurt by Vic.
Yeah, and it was contagious too, because you'll see Demps here from downtown. He'll hit another one. This puts you up by double figures, part of a 16-0 run. Then a great pass from Skelly inside to Taphorn, who reverses it in. And later, Nathan Taphorn off the mark, but Alex Ola there for the rebound and the putback. Great effort, a lot of emotion, too.
Yeah, I love to see the guys. I mean, to see them share this kind of emotion, it shows we're a together team. We're having fun playing with each other, and it's great to see as a coach.
Finally, McIntosh from the corner, and the Wildcats keep the momentum going with a 6-point win on the road. 72-66, the final. As we take a look at the stats, Bryant McIntosh with 17 points. He had 4 3-pointers, 6 assists, double-figure scoring also from Demps and Ola, the latter of whom had 8 rebounds and a pair of blocks. Then Saturday, the Cats right back at it home to take on Penn State, the Northwestern football team in full support. You had to love that,
Oh,
Chris.
it was great. Love them in uniform, the helmets out. It's great to see the camaraderie between the 2 teams.
And how about Vic Law picking up right where he left off in Minnesota? First of his 3 3-pointers. Alex Ola, double team, but still somehow gets this to go.
Yeah, he kind of slittered his way through there for the basket, and really loved our effort. We talked about coming into this game. We had to stamp that road win by coming out with an incredible effort here on Saturday.
Gavin Skelly into the passing lane for the steal, feeds it to Law for the easy 2 there. Your defense forced a lot of turnovers, and you turn them into points at the other end.
Yeah, our defense was really locked in. They hit 4 threes to start the game, had 12 early points, and then I think the last 16 minutes they only had 27 points, so it showed our defense was very effective.
28-20, Northwestern by 8 at the half. Second half, Cats keep pouring it on. Ola deflects the pass. Bryant McIntosh to Demps for the dunk. 8 assists in the game, by the way, for Bryant McIntosh, and Demps scored 16 points. After Penn State rallied, cut the lead to 4 off the scramble. Sanjay Lumpkin.
Huge play. I mean, those are plays that don't come up in the stat sheet, but it ended a run for Penn State and got us going back in the positive momentum. We hit 2 threes after that to push the lead right back to 10.
That was an historic block, by the way. Alex Ola ties the Northwestern record, 166 or 136 rather, and then Law hits the 3 at the other end. Law had a career night as well, game high 17, including a 2 here off the jumper. He was a big spark for you. Also had his first career double-double. But really, this game, Chris, was about your defense. The Wildcats very aggressive in the passing lanes, and they held the Big Ten's leading scorer, the 5th leading scorer in the nation, DJ Newbill, to just 3 points.
Yeah, we were playing the zone, and I thought we did a pretty good job of always recognizing where DJ was. You know, he missed some open shots he normally makes, but overall, I thought the performance against him was probably about as good as you're going to do.
60-39, the final score as the Wildcats beat the Nittany Lions. Vic Law leads the way, 17 points and 11 rebounds. Demps had 16 for the Cats. And look at the points off turnover numbers. I'm not sure I've ever seen that with a shutout there, 15-0, the advantage in favor of the Wildcats. And after the game, Law talked about sparking the team off the bench.
I just felt like I needed to do something to lift my team's intensity and to play as hard as I could, because as one person plays hard, you know, everyone else just seems to follow suit, and as a team we just look better. We're all playing defense together.
When we return on Wildcat Fast Break, Coach Collins will share his thoughts on the week. And later, the Wildcat women extend their winning streak to 7 games. Those highlights are coming up.
Switch to Cricket Wireless this tax season and get a free 4G LTE smartphone after mail-in rebate. And a free month of service after completing 2 months on select plans. That way you can turn your tax refund into a me fund and treat yourself to something nice, like every flavor and every topping. Cricket, something to smile about.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX with available surface street traffic information.
When former arena football player and current high-level sports performance trainer Pinklin Thomas was struck with debilitating pain, it was ultimately diagnosed as spinal stenosis. His spine specialist at Northwestern Medicine corrected the ailment through an advanced surgical procedure that cut his recovery time in half. Now he's back to a full schedule of helping others reach their top physical goals. If we can do this for Pinklin, imagine what we can do for you.
Hi, I'm Rob Patter, owner of Evanston Subaru in Skokie, inside Welsh Ryan Arena at Northwestern University. I'm proud to sponsor Northwestern Athletics again this season with our award-winning lineup of all-wheel drive Subarus. Like the all-new 2015 Subaru Outback, the 2015 Subaru Legacy Sedan, the Subaru Forester, and the Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid. Evanston Subaru in Skokie, on Oakton at McCormick.
Chicago is my hometown. It's a city that loves basketball. That's why I came to Northwestern. We're working hard every day to make this a program Chicago can be proud of. We know it's a journey, and it's not going to be easy. But that's going to make achieving our goals even sweeter. Join us.
Welcome back to Wildcat Fastbreak. Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins is with us. Coach, 3 straight wins for your team now after beating Minnesota and Penn State. Give us an overall assessment of how you're playing. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, we're playing good basketball, and like we said earlier, I just think everyone's playing well. That's what makes it good. It's not 2 or 3 guys carrying the load. With each of these 3 wins, every single guy that's played in those games has contributed positively to us winning, and that's what makes you feel good as a coach.
We sat here a few times earlier this season, talked about the droughts that your team endured. Now against Minnesota, you had a 16-0 run. Against Penn State, you had a 19-3 run. You've kind of flipped that script.
Yeah, we've been able to have some runs on teams, which is good. We found something with our zone defense. It's been a big change for us. We were primarily a man-to-man team, and it's something that's been good for our team. Our guys like it. They're confident in it, and the more we're playing it, we're kind of getting better at it. So it's been fun to see the defense improve as the season goes along.
How have you adjusted to playing zone so quickly? Because you've said you never played zone your whole career.
Yeah, it was just something that as a staff we came up with. We felt like we needed something new. We needed a fresh start on the defensive end. It was a change of pace. We've kind of adjusted on the fly. My staff has been very influential, helping me along the way, and I've leaned on some of my friends in coaching that have played a lot of zone, and our guys have been great with it, and they like it, and I think it's here to stay for at least the rest of this year.
Vic Law was named the Big Ten Freshman of the Week this week. Big game, obviously, on Saturday against Penn State. 26 points in the 2 games. 2 games with three-pointers in each game. Guys go through a certain progression as freshmen. Do you feel like maybe Vic is just kind of naturally progressing now in part of his freshman season?
I do. He's had his ups and downs. Coming in with a lot of praise and expectations, it's put a little bit more on his shoulders. But to Vic's credit, through the ups and downs, he's worked incredibly hard. He's in the gym tirelessly with the coaches, working on his shooting, working on his skill work, trying to get stronger. And it's paying off on the court, and that's what's great for me to see is his progression as the year's been going on, and certainly he's showing signs of what's to come in his 4-year career.
You can really see the confidence in these guys now. When they get the ball, they're ready to shoot. They want the ball. Maybe there were times earlier this season you didn't necessarily sense that.
Well, our young kids are coming of age, and that's what's been really great as our staff is. We've had our struggles, 10 games in a row where we came up on the losing end, and it didn't hurt the spirit. It didn't hurt the fight. We've continued to work. The game is starting to slow down for the guys. We're getting more confident. And anytime you get some wins, that boosts your spirits, and hopefully we can finish the season strong.
All right, let's turn our attention now to the accurate keys to the upcoming week. The Indiana Hoosiers come to Evanston Wednesday night, only meeting of the year with them. This is a team that can score a lot of points.
A lot of firepower. Yogi Ferrell, one of the best guards in our conference, nationally a great player, one of the top freshmen in the league in James Blackman, and we're going to have to do a great job defensively against these guys.
All right, good luck Wednesday and Saturday in Champaign. We'll talk to you next week. That's Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins. When Wildcat Fastbreak continues, we'll take a look at the Wildcat women. Stay with us. Welcome back to Wildcat Fast Break. It's been quite the month of February for the Northwestern women, who entered the week without a loss yet this month. They would get a tough test to start the week, though, hosting number 21 Nebraska on Wednesday night. But they came roaring out of the gate. Carly Roser for 3 and the early lead. Then Nia Coffey from beyond the arc. Cats are up 11-2 to start the game off. Ashley Deary turning defense into offense. She creates the steal and then takes it herself the other way for the finish. Later, another steal by Maggie Lyon. Passes ahead to Deary for another layup. It's 19-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Late in the first half, Lyon draws a double team on the baseline, but still gets the jumper to fall. It's a 17-point Northwestern lead at halftime as they hold the 21st ranked team in the country to just 12 points. Second half, more points off turnovers for the Cats as Deary again comes up with the steal and again takes it the length of the court. She would finish with 10 points on the night. Later, Deary inbounds to Nia Coffey and she hits the fadeaway. Wildcats are up by 16. Then on another inbounds play, it's Deary to Roser for the layup. Wildcats' 2 point guards connect for easy points. Then another turnover by Nebraska. They had 16 all the night, and Nia Coffey finishes on the other end. The Wildcats up by 24. But this game was not over. Nebraska on a 19-3 run. Natalie Romeo hits from downtown here, and all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game with 4 minutes to go. They get within 6, but Lauren Douglas makes sure it doesn't get closer. She hits the 3 in the corner with a minute to go, and that seals the win for the Wildcats. Their third over a top 25 opponent this season. Final score 59-51. So Northwestern knocks off the Cornhuskers to earn its 20th victory of the season. Nia Coffey leads the way with 17 points and 14 rebounds. Lauren Douglas adds 15 points, and Carly Roser just misses a double-double with 10 points and 9 boards. Then Sunday, the Cats headed north to Madison, facing Wisconsin at the Kohl Center. Early on, Carly Roser with the steal, and she heads back the other way for the layup. Then Roser will pick up the assist to fellow senior Alex Cohen in the far corner. The Wildcats up by 2 early. Lauren Douglas was a key factor in the first half. Here she scores off the feed from Ashley Deary. And then later, Douglas left alone on the baseline, and this puts Northwestern up 21-17. Just before halftime, watch the block by Nia Coffey. But the Badgers end the half on a 14-2 run to take an 8-point lead to the locker room. Second half, Nicole Ballman increasing the Wisconsin lead, the home team up by 15. That's when the Cats turn it around. Douglas again scoring inside. Then Kristen Inman off the bench would hit back-to-back 3-pointers. There you see the triple there that cuts the deficit to 8 points. Then off the inbounds, it's Maggie Lyon for 3. The Cats trail 62-55 with 6 minutes to go. They keep chipping away. Nia Coffey with the steal and the layup. It makes it a 4-point game. Then seconds later, Coffey will score again here. That pulls the Wildcats within 2, 65-63. 3 seconds to go. Cats still down 2. Deary into Lyon, who hits the jumper, and we are headed to overtime, tied at 70. In the extra session, the Wildcats will strike first. Deary drives in for the layup to give Northwestern its first lead since the 8-12 mark in the first half. Then Lyon connects from downtown again, and Deary would add the exclamation mark. Northwestern erases a 15-point second half deficit to beat the Badgers 86-83. Coffey led the way with 21 points before fouling out late in regulation. Lyon had 15, including that shot to send the game to overtime with just over a second to go. After the game, the Cats talked about the importance of coming back to get this win.
We definitely weren't doing the things that we needed to do, which first and foremost, rebounding. We definitely struggled with that today, but we as a team are just fighters, and we knew we had to come together and fix what we needed to fix and dig out of the hole and get the lead and win the game.
I think it was a must-win, especially for tournament resume and Big Ten standings and everything. So, and once again, it just continues our confidence and our momentum going into final 2 games against Rutgers and Maryland, and great that they're at home.
When we return, Maggie Lyon will join us in studio to talk about the Wildcats' 7-game winning streak and how the Cats are looking to finish up the regular season. That's coming up right after this on Wildcat Fastbreak.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX with available surface street traffic information.
If they make this, I'll eat the blazing wings.
There's no time for a change of heart, because before contracts with our size of Texas, a man's word meant something. So get back out there and show them what you got.
That's going.
Grab a seat. The game is on.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
You okay, Big Cat?
At Cricket Wireless, we think you shouldn't have to worry about adding up all the taxes and fees to your monthly bill. That's why our plans start at just $35 after $5 auto pay credit. All in, taxes and fees included. Cricket, something to smile about. Welcome to Cricket Wireless, where what we say is what you pay. Like 5 lines for $100 a month. That's taxes and fees included. Switch now and get 5 for $100, all in. Cricket, something to smile about.
Let's put this out there, right up front. One price. That's it. Up front, every car, every time. Grossinger Hyundai has shopped the competition. We've checked the internet. This is our one price. And with over 700 new and used vehicles, if Grossinger doesn't have it, we'll get it. Same price. Drive home a new Hyundai Elantra for just $14,600. Save $6,000 on all remaining 14 Sonatas. One price. You're going to love how easy it is to buy a new Hyundai at Grossinger Hyundai in Lincolnwood, just north of the city.
Northwestern trailing by 2, 3.5 seconds left, inbounding it underneath their own basket. Deary looking for someone, she finds Lyon, puts up, and yes! It's a tie game! Maggie Lyon with 1.9 seconds left with a shot from the left block. Wisconsin puts up a half-court heave, is no good, and we are heading to overtime.
Welcome back to Wildcat Fast Break. I'm pleased to be joined now by one of the captains of the Northwestern women's basketball team, Maggie Lyon. Maggie, your team has won 7 in a row now. You're nationally ranked. You're undefeated in the month of February. Kind of give us a state of the union on the Wildcats.
This past month has been really a great thing for our confidence, and I think that we've had a lot of close games and maybe a little too close at times, but I think what is so awesome about what our team is doing right now is just our resiliency and our perseverance through, tough games. We've had some tough road games, and we've dug ourselves some holes in the first half, but fortunately, we've come together and really capitalized in the second half and stayed together and got the win.
Let's go back to the games the past week. First of all, 2 very different games. You're playing Nebraska. You have a big lead, 24 points. All of a sudden, the Cornhuskers are coming back. They cut it down to, I believe, 6. Take us through those late timeouts and what the mood was on the sideline.
Nebraska is a great team, and we knew that, we made a great first half run and continuing into the second half, and we knew that they weren't going to give up, and they have some great players. So I think we just got a little comfortable with our lead, and but just like we have done in other games, our second half timeouts were a little bit more composed, try not to freak out and with their pressure. But it got a little too close, a little sloppy, and we worked on that in practice after. But I think once again it showed our resiliency.
It was kind of different this past Sunday against Wisconsin because you were in a deep hole, down by 15 points. You hit the shot that got the game to overtime. Again, this has kind of been your MO. You've come back from some big deficits in the second half. What's the mindset that allows you to do that?
I think that our off season really has propelled us to this point. We went through some really, really hard workouts with our strength and conditioning coach, and we call ourselves Tana Tough because her name is Tana. And we figure that if we got through any of that stuff with her, that we could get through anything. So I think that these late game battles are just a test to what we did in the off season together.
That was the 21st win of the season for the Wildcats. You're ranked in the AP Top 25 this week for the first time. What does that mean to you and to the program?
It's incredible. I think it's just such a testament to our hard work all season, and it's such a team effort. Everybody, every day in practice, every day in the off season, every day during games, we just, we love each other so much, and we love playing together, and it's just so much fun to win with girls that have your back like that.
Final week of the regular season now for your team. You've got 2 big home games to close things out against Rutgers, who you're currently tied with for 3rd place in the conference, and Maryland, which has already clinched the league championship. What do you need to do to win those 2 games?
I think a great thing is that we're playing at home. We love playing at home in front of our fans at Welsh Ryan, and I think just come out strong and just work on the things that we need to work on and work on our game, and don't worry about the opponent.
I know we're looking a little bit down the line, but certainly your team is in the discussion for postseason play. You grew up in Wilmette. You went to games growing up. What would it be like to be part of the Northwestern team that gets the school back to the postseason?
It's really a dream come true. I think it's so special. The NCAA tournament is something that every single basketball player growing up wants to be in, wants to be a part of, win games in. And just like I said, I think our whole team is so excited. And it's always been our goal. It's our goal to win the Big Ten tournament. It's our goal to win the Big Ten, get to the NCAA tournament, and it's just another thing that we see in our horizon potentially. But we're really focused on the game against Rutgers. But yeah, we're excited that there's a potential for it.
Keep it going this week, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Maggie Lyon of the Wildcats. That's going to do it for this edition of Wildcat Fast Break. Remember, tickets are on sale now for Northwestern basketball. Call 888-GO-PURPLE or log on to nusports.com. For the coaches, Joe McEwen and Chris Collins, I'm Dave Ennett. We'll see you right back here next week. And until then, go Cats.